What's going on, everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Mega Bloks Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Eastman and Laird's Collector Series Rooftop Combat. This is a special set made for the Comic-Con crowd. This was available at San Diego Comic-Con and also available for a short time on ToysRUs.com. This set does include two micro figures here, which I'll explain in just a moment, but basically let me go down the Eastman and Laird's Collector Series thing for those of you that are unfamiliar, and I apologize if I'm repeating myself. I'm doing this for every review that I do of these because some of you may not, watch all of them, whatever. Eastman and Laird, Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird, the original creators of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, way back in the 80s, did come out with a comic of these guys, in which it was all black and white comic strips, or comic books, I should say, panels and all that, where it was just no color, except for just a little splash of red, usually on the covers, where they would all have the same exact color headbands. So, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, all red. So, yeah, just before anybody, hits in the comments like, oh, they're all colored wrong. Nope, they're not. So yeah, these are the metal figures. They do have the metallic shells, which is pretty cool. And this set comes with Leonardo and Shredder. As you can see here, it's like a shadow version of Leonardo and like just a crazy black and white version of a shirtless Shredder. Not quite the perfect adaptation for the comics. I would have liked to see maybe a different head sculpt or maybe some different paint coloring on the Shredder. He was a lot darker, a lot more jagged, a lot cooler looking in the comics than he is in the cartoons. But that's all right. It's all right. So you can see they got Rooftop of Chet's Toys, where the Turtles faced off against Shredder, and everybody got their butt kicked pretty much. And we can check out the back of the package here. It shows you another image of the set, the characters, just a little bit of the action features in the set. You've got some interior shots, and of course the other sets that you could get at the time. They have the 4 turtles here, just like the classic series turtles, as well as this other set, which is called Street Showdown. Apologies. But yeah, it looks like a really cool set. I definitely like the idea of these as display pieces because they do represent the classic turtles, like the very first turtles ever. So that's a really, really cool thing. I'm excited to be able to build it, so I'm going to go ahead, crack it open, do just that, and I will see you guys back here in just a moment. Alright guys, so here we go. It's Rooftop Combat, and like we always gonna do, we're gonna take a look at the micro figures first. So let's take a look at Leonardo here. So he does come with a little manhole street cover. It's actually printed. This is not molded on, but it's a very nice print. It says NYC for New York City, of course, and you can plop your turtle right on there. And Leonardo himself is rather interesting. So he's done up in very dark plastic colors, and then over that there's actually a darker wash even still, and he's actually got a very nice shiny silver shell here. Actually, well, it's hard to tell. I can't tell. There looks like there's some lighter coloration here, so I can't tell if there's some lighter color over darker, or if it's like blended into the plastic itself. It's a little hard to tell, but he does have some very nice panel lighting, for lack of a better term, in this white that's really striking against the dark of his body. And it goes even onto his swords as well. So obviously these swords are a light gray plastic, and then they've just got a black wash over them. But it looks really good. It looks like he's hiding in the shadows, with nothing really visible except the bright red of his mask. So it's actually really cool. And of course the shell is super cool. It's just, I think it's just bare die cast with just a little bit of black wash on it. Articulation is always great on these guys. It's got ball jointed head, You can take the mask off if you really want to. I'm not going to because I don't want to mess it up at all, but you can if that's your desire. If you really don't like Leo with a red mask on, you can of course change it out. He's got universal shoulders, he's got universal elbows, he's got a wrist swivel, he's got universal hips and knees. It's a little hard to see. There you go. Universal knees. And of course a foot swivel as well. His little armbands and things are all rubber, so you can just move those around however you need, and they don't get in the way. So it's really cool. You get some really nice posing out of this. It's amazing to think of how much more posable this guy is than pretty much all of the original Turtles line that came out way back in the day. It's pretty amazing. So really cool. There's Leonardo. Alright, and the other character you get in this set is, of course, the Shredder himself. And again, I'm not too thrilled with this figure. I mean, he's cool. I like him alright, but it is just basically the same Shredder mold that we've seen before. This is, however, just done up in a white plastic with a black wash over it. And he does have a little loincloth in the front and back here, so he's got that going on. The helmet is exactly the same, and it doesn't quite look right, I don't feel, for this particular version of the Shredder, but again, it's just a very minor nitpick. The claws and everything are all there. They're pretty cool. He's got the same articulation as Leonardo, except he does have a hip swivel, a waist swivel, but he does not have universal hips. He has just ball-jointed hips, so they're a little bit limited in their range of motion, but otherwise, a lot of articulation packed in a small figure. And again, all the armor is removable. The helmet is not removable. It's a part of his head mold, or at the very least, it's like glued on to the head mold. And yeah, you don't want to mess with that because you might destroy something if you try and take that off. But really cool Shredder minifigure. Not as cool as I would like, but it's still pretty cool. And he does have, of course, the Shredder claws, which are always pleasant. Onto the set itself. So as you can see, it's kind of a rooftop, basically. A lot of nice pieces going on here. A lot of printed pieces in this set. You can see all these pieces on the side are printed. This guy right here is printed. And one thing to be careful of, watch out for when you're actually building this set, you've got this piece right here, and it's hard to make out. I'll try and get as close as possible. This piece right here is actually just like a standard one of these little guys, just a 1x2 brick, like your super standard brick, with just this printing on one edge of it. And it's really easy to miss that, and it's not until very much later in the build that you actually use this piece, and it's not separated from any of the other pieces. So I totally actually had it in this wall back here, and had to go dig it out when I saw that you needed the printed piece for this section. So just be careful of that. Look for it if you get this set, and just pull these pieces out and just put them aside as soon as you find them. So we got a couple of windows here, like a little office building in this chunk here. You've got obviously Chet's Toys, a nice little way of doing this, where it's got the lights up here and then simulated light onto the billboard itself, and it looks good. You've got the water tower here with a zip line on it. Unfortunately, when these two sections are connected, you really can't get much use out of the zip line. It doesn't really do too much for you, but you can very easily separate these and kind of move them aside so that you get some use out of that zip line. You do need to move them a little ways apart, however. But once you do that, you can of course grab Leo, and he can either hold on to this little pin, or you could even just stick it in his shell if you were to, if that's what you want to do, and he can zip line down onto the rooftop below. So that's a pretty cool, pretty cool feature, fun little thing that you can do with this set. So Some other details, you've got some nice graffiti here on the side that may be a reference to the comics. If so, I'm not sure what it is. Again, I haven't read the comics in several years. I have them around somewhere. They're in storage, but I haven't been able to actually look at them in years. So turning this guy around here, you can see there's absolutely nothing inside this section. There's really nothing going on. A little space you could just, you know, stuff some figures or whatever. In here, there's a little desk area set up, a little office space, and we're gonna actually try and raise this up. So I'm actually gonna bring in a second time around, and we're just gonna plop this right on top here, make one extra large building. So that's pretty cool. You can get a lot more use out of your zip line that way, and it makes it a lot easier to to actually film as well. So inside you can see there's just a little bit of an office area. It's very similar to if you guys have seen or have the Zombies Office Mob from Call of Duty in the Mega Bloks line. It's basically the same situation there. You got some drawers, you got a little lamp here, a little tablet on top. I don't know if this is supposed to be maybe one of Eastman or Laird's offices. You know, maybe this is like a little sketch pad they're working on. That would be pretty cool. It would have been awesome if they had, like, you know, a little sketch printed on there as well. But they do include some cool things. So up in the top here, well, actually, we'll go into the bottom drawer here. So in the bottom drawer, I've got some accessories. I apologize for my ham hands. So I've got some accessories. I've got a little a smoke grenade and 2 shuriken for the shredder to throw at Leonardo. And they don't really, I mean, he's got little bits on his belt that can actually hold the shuriken. But I kind of like them just tucked away in the drawer there. It kind of keeps them out of the way. So you got that, as well as the little teeny tiny gas grenade as well. And up in the topmost drawer, just like in the previous set with Raphael and Casey Jones, you've got another mini comic book. Oh man, I love these so much. Oh goodness, they're so adorable. Adorable. So, you've got your little mini comic, and this is just straight up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And you can see there the turtles in an awesome pose, looking all super cool. And you can open this up, and it's just a, you know, it's just an image from the comics of the turtles wrecking some foot all over the place. And it might be a little hard for you guys to make out, but there's a lot going on in there. Really, really nicely done. And on the back, it's just black, nothing going on there. But yeah, all in all, a real nice set here. Again, a really solid display piece. And I'm actually going to separate it from the toy shop, or the consignment shop, I should say. Separate it from that just to show you guys once again what you're dealing with here, what you're working with. And yeah, a really nice set. The price is not bad, especially I got it on sale somehow. I'm not sure how that happened, but that was pretty great. But if you can get a hold of this set and it's not like super crazy marked up, yeah, it's really cool. It's an excellent display piece. And I'm very happy to have it. So really, really nice. It's kind of very nostalgic for me, especially being a fan of the original comics, as I am. Even though I haven't read them in so long, that's, you know, shame on me. But yeah, really, really cool stuff. So hopefully we'll see some more of these Eastman and Laird sets sometime in the future. I'd love to get an old school like Triceraton set. That would be awesome. Or at the very least, Mega Bloks. How about just some classic Turtles sets with Triceraton and of course A-Stuck and, you know, all those other favorite characters of mine. But anyway, that is going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. It really does help me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. In the meantime, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. See you next time.